Hi guys, so I'm so sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I have a really weird recording situation, so I haven't been able to really record. Um, so yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I did a part of this video about a week ago. I didn't finish it. Um, it was like a day after, but I didn't finish the video, but I'm gonna finish this video in this recording session, so well, I'm gonna just jump to the original intro I did, but I just wanted to say I'm sorry for not uploading, and I'll try to upload more. But and anyway, I'll cut to the comic. Hi guys, so I'm gonna read part 2 of All Star Comics number 13. So Neptune, with its one moon, was discovered by mathematical calculation. Scientists, figuring certain disturbances in the orbit of Jupiter indicated another planet beyond it, searched for Neptune at the spot where it ought to be, and saw it, cold and distant. Its year is as long as 165 of ours. Speeding through space comes Dr. Midnight, sheathed in his metal rocket, towards mysterious Neptune. Will he find life there? If I'm not dreaming, I'm in a spaceship, somewhere in our solar system. But that's impossible. It just can't be. It's incredible and dangerous. There's no life on other planets. Guess this is the end for me. What's that thing down there? It's man-made. Say, maybe there are some people here. Ice. Miles and miles of it. And I don't see any signs of an atmosphere. That means we won't be able to breathe. Strange eyes are focused on the glistening rocket. Azala, on the surface, a strange metal bullet, and something moves inside it. What? Outpost calling substation headquarters. Surface disturbance by animated rocket. Perhaps from another world? The communication system of the planet works swiftly. From headquarters, a swift messenger is dispatched. Bring the stranger to Hydera. He may carry the dread disease that is killing us. All over the planet rise the umbrella-shaped peering towers, faceting with telescopes. Where is he? On the plains, sir. You'll have to come up the elevator on the periscope. Uh-oh, activity. I've been seen. Uh-oh, activity. I've been seen. And here's where I get investigated. You are different from us. Of Neptune. Sorry, old bean, but I don't understand you. Perhaps he understands the universal language of mathematics. Arithmetic algebra. Why, yes, I get what he's talking about now. So universal is mathematics that the learned Dr. Midnight is easily able to follow the thoughts of the plant men as he expresses them in equations. I take you to our ruler. Good. Perhaps I can convince him that I come from the earth. From that start, Dr. Midnight is easily enabled to understand terms, and before long he has mastered enough of the language to speak it. Good thing my hobby is mathematics. Ah, yes, we of Neptune use it constantly. Dr. Midnight is taken into a ball-shaped vehicle, and soon escorted before Hydera, ruler of all subterranean Neptune. From another world? Are you mad? There is no life on the other planets. We used to think the same about Earth. Take him to the chemical deposits. Let him slave there to serve us. It shall be done. Now look here. But when the Neptunians come to remove his costume, they find their slave blind, unable to see at all. Blind? But he saw all right before. The glasses which you removed permit me to see on Earth. I am a surgeon. When I lost my vision, I invented those spectacles." At that moment, a ghastly interruption takes place. "Beware! The Red Death has caught me! I bear the plague! Run, run!" "In my world, I am a physician. Perhaps I can help you. Will you find my glasses for me, that I may see to aid you?" "I'll find your glasses, but you can't aid me. Go before you catch the plague." A mild attack of the measles, that's all." "That's all? Do you realize this mild disease has destroyed half our race?" "If your king will give me my liberty, I'll undertake to cure every man with that illness, and prevent others from getting it." You will?" The afflicted plant man makes an announcement to his people over a speaking tube. "And this stranger promises to cure us." "Tell them that they'll have to give me what I need." This news brings unbelievable relief and amazing joy to the king and his courtiers. "He asked for herbs. To think I would have made him a slave. Bring me to him. No, wait. Maybe a trick. Have him try to cure the sick man first."
"If he can do it. If he can only do it."
"Why would he claim to be able to if he couldn't?" "That's right." "Since you fellows have no means to take food except by your feet, you'll have to take the medicine this way. Like the plants of your world, we receive food by osmosis, through the roots of our feet." "You're responding nicely. The antidote is taking effect swiftly. It works the same on you as it does on Earth people. You'll be a national hero for this." Life on Neptune has progressed upwards from the plant, rather than from the animal in ages past. The plants grew animated due to the special chemical content of the soil. Retaining certain characteristics of the plant, the Neptunians are, nevertheless, men as we know them. "I can't understand it. It's incredible. I'm cured. I'll live." "Indeed you will."
"Forgive me, Savior of my people. I shudder to think of what I almost did."
So that's the king. So he's in a completely different. So before he was like blonde, or no, he wasn't. No, I'm a dumbass. Sorry. Anyway, "Forgive me, Savior of my people. I shudder to think of what I almost did. Condemn you to slavery." "Forget it. I'm always glad to help a man in need of help. I'll need beds and plenty of basins, and lots of the chemicals that go to make up the antidote." "And you shall have all that you shall have and more." Mighty quarantine hospitals are erected throughout the city of the plant men. As I suspected, your people recover more quickly than we of Earth, due to the osmosis which floods your entire body with the antidote. But before you came, our people died like the flies the history books tell of. You're okay. Get out of bed so someone else can use it."
"Yes, sire."
"What a man! What a man!" In the days that follow, Dr. Midnight learns that the Neptunians have made great progress in certain branches of science. Those suitors are revolutionary. I must study them in order to teach the doctors on Earth their structure. And your methods of feeding plants. Startling. The farmers of the USA will thank you. Being plants ourselves to a degree, we understand them perfectly. The day arrives when all Neptune is freed of the curse of measles. Our Savior leaves us to return to his planet, but he does not go empty-handed. What do you mean, sire? A complete set of books describing our secrets of plant growing and surgical work is yours, written in the mathematical language you understand. This is great. What a wealth of knowledge. I'll never forget you, Hydera.
And we will never forget you. You gave us life and new hope. Farewell.
Into the thin air of dead Neptune soars the rocket refueled from the chemicals prepared by Dr. Midnight. So long, Neptune. Hello, Earth. Now for a little study, where no one can disturb me for a while. The planet Jupiter is bigger than all the rest of the planets put together, including our own Earth. Its gravity is 3 times that of the Earth, so if you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, you would weigh 300 on this colossus of the skies. Nearly 400 million miles from the Sun, it is the next brightest thing in the heavens to Venus. On Jupiter glows the strange red spot that has puzzled all astronomy. No one knows what it is, whence it came, and why. Toward this vast heavenly titan speeds Starman in his spaceship. Uh-oh. If I'm where I think I am, I'm out in space and coming down fast towards Jupiter. The last thing I remember, the Hawkman was talking. Then I keeled over. I'll bet I'm sick. Delirious, that's it. The boys must have taken me to a hospital. You aren't in any hospital, Starman. And what's this? Do these odd creatures know you?
It's here, look. We were right. This is Starman.
The weird metallic men adjust the dials on their waists and soar up after the rocket.
We can't let him be injured. Adjust your aerodials. Catch the spaceship and bring it to the form.
Moments later, as the airlock door swings open. Now I know I'm delirious. Wow, it's cold. I feel so heavy. My fingers are numb. Can't even hold the gravity rod. The tremendous gravity of the planet crushes Starman to the ground, for on Jupiter he weighs nearly 600 pounds. I'll freeze to death before I can do anything. Got to reach my stellar control pin. By exerting his utmost strength, he manages to grasp the control button and increase the unit power that pulsates in his gravity rod. The rod will furnish me with heat and a little oxygen, enabling me to live. Now see who these fellows are.
We are inhabitants of the planet Jupiter, Starman. Due to the cold and lack of oxygen, we wear rustless metal clothing.
Okay, so they're not robots. Anyway, but I'll just continue because it's like the alien voice, the robot voice, kind of similar.
Our internal organs are encased inside.
You speak English? You know me? You talk my language?
Certainly. We know how you were kidnapped by agents of the Nazi and Japanese dictators. How you and your fellow members were shot into space.
Kidnapped, eh? Shot into space? Boy, I sure am sick. What a nightmare.
Not at all. Please follow me. By use of light and cosmic rays, plus the auditory radio wave, we of Jupiter can see and hear everything on Earth, and on most of the other planets. Observe.
I'm looking.
You recognize the meeting room of the Justice Battalion? Good. Now watch.
This set would have to go wrong just when I was going to tell Der Führer that we overcame the Justice Battalion.
Ach, it will soon be fixed.
It's true, then. All of what you said. You Jupiterians must be extremely brilliant. Having studied the heavens and your neighbor planets, you know all about them.
But we do not know enough. For all our brilliance, our planet is doomed. Even now, a strange form of life is slowly eating us up. The great red spot of Jupiter that is such a puzzle to your astronomers consists of an absorbing microbism that feeds on our planet. It is gradually eating all of Jupiter.
And nothing can be done? Wait, my gravity rod! It has odd powers. Let me be brought to the red spot and try it. It might work.
Why not? We can lose nothing by an attempt.
Turning on the aerodynamic force of his power belt, a metal man soars into Jupiter's sky with Starman.
Just beyond those mountains is the red spot, fungus life that feeds and feeds.
With you along to point it out, we might succeed.
There it is, below us.
I'll increase the gravitational constant and see what happens. The gravity pull of the rod brings a part of the red stuff upwards. I didn't figure on that.
It's leaping straight up for us. It will engulf us in an instant.
Smothered, blinded, overcome by the grasping stuff that engulfs them, the Astral Man and his companion are swept toward the planet.
It's eating me. I can feel it.
Like quicksand. Like quicksand. I think that's a typo, I think. And it's too late to do anything about it. Struggling to his feet, the Astral Man rotates the fungoid matter like a cowboy his lasso. This circling movement will keep it away from us. Here she goes!
You've succeeded in drawing it from us.
Now a quick snap of the whip, so that was beforehand.
It's gone!
But that's only a small portion of it. We've got to work on the huge field that remains. Under the supervision of Starman and the astronomers and mathematicians of Jupiter, a huge gravity rod, an exact duplicate of Starman's, is constructed. All is in readiness now. It is aimed right at the red spot. This will cause the tower to rotate, at the same time throwing the red spot far out. The huge planet shudders as the foreign matter lurches free of it. That was the worst earthquake I've ever felt.
But it's been done. The red spot is gone. Forever. You've achieved the impossible. Now we can go on studying the world as we always have.
And it looks as though I'll join you. Though there was only enough fuel in my rocket to bring me here. I can't get away again.
Why not? That which sent the red matter into space will also drive your rocket. We shall increase the power until you reach Earth.
Certainly. I should have thought of that myself.
Take these secrets with you, Starman, in token of our gratitude. They tell how to treat metal, any type of metal, so it can be woven into cloth, or made transparent as glass, or made entirely invisible.
Imagine a fleet of American invisible bombers dropping their eggs on Tokyo and Berlin. Yahoo! Into the cold void of outer space starts the rocket ship, powered by the gigantic astral rod.
Farewell, Starman.
Wait till I get those babies who sent us to the planets. They sure will see stars from Starman. And now the atom. Mars, the red planet, named after the Roman war god, is 1/10 the size of the Earth. Its canals and varying colors of green and rust suggest vegetation irrigated by the melting polar cap, which may pour the water of the melted snow through the canals. Here comes the atom.
Where I am, I don't know, but I'm still in one piece at any rate.
A tremendous impact flings Al Pratt, the atom, off balance when the rocket comes to a sudden landing.
Boop. Say, where am I anyhow? This looks like a gardener's delight. Hey, what goes on here? I'm jumping right over the trees.
Slowly it begins to dawn on the little man that he is somewhere outside of Earth. From my broad jumping exhibition and the red color of the ground, I'd say I was on Mars. But that's impossible. Or is it?
No harm in going on a little exploring expedition. Say, now I know how Superman feels. Woo, can I travel?
You certainly can travel, Adam, but this time it looks as though you've traveled too far.
Here I go into trouble again, with both feet. I don't know what this is all about, but I'm making it my business. I always stick with the underdog, and you boys are outnumbered. How about some information, please, boys? Bam!
The Atom finds his leaping abilities come in mighty handy.
Wish I could jump over the opposition back on Earth like this.
No sense in going after them. They're licked for now. I can't speak their language anyway.
Garlun imo, not elven. Notulven.
I don't know what you're saying, but I'll bet a homemade cookie that's one of the Martian canals.
It is.
If only I had a camera. I had a proof to show the scientists on Earth that life does exist on Mars.
Giski. Vel to giski.
Whatever you say, friend. The odd metal cap attached to the black box proves to be an educatograph.
This will teach him our language.
Say, I understand you, but how can it be?
Years ago, one of our great scientists invented this educatograph. Using radio short waves and the electric emanations given off by the human brain, it conducts thought knowledge into the brain. We have no schools, only these. A learned man thinks his thoughts into it on a record. A student plays the record back into his brain. Simple.
This thing would make a school a pleasure to a lot of kids I know.
The polar cap on Mars melts every year and fills our canals with water. This water furnishes us with drink and atmosphere, without which we would die. Now Butor, Kagar of the southern Martians, wants to receive tribute for the atmosphere plants he controls. He threatens to poison all our water otherwise.
There may be something I can do. Take me to your own Kagar.
I don't know what one man can do.
Oh no. Okay, that's a typo.
I don't know what one man can do, but come.
The Atom finds he is royally welcomed by the Kagar, or Prince of the Northern Martians.
You saved one of my patrols. I am indeed grateful.
It was a good scrap while it lasted, but I'm thinking of a better one already. My plan is simple. The best defense is a good offense. I'll go to Butor and change his mind.
It sounds simple, but Butor is well guarded.
Back on Earth, things like that never bothered the Justice Battalion. You leave this to me.
I can't do anything else. Good luck, Earthman.
Over the reddish ground of Mars speeds the mighty Might on the Kagar's swiftest unicorn. I only wish I had one or two of the Justice Battalion boys with me. I wouldn't feel so homesick. Nearing the city of Butor, the Atom deserts his mount. I can travel just as fast myself on Mars. Here I come, ready or not. His Herculean leap carries him to the mighty wall, and right down to the two slumbering guards. They're going to be even sleepier when I land on them. So they... Here comes another one. I seem to be keeping pretty busy these Martian days. Wait, is that... I think that's him talking, Adam talking. I'm not sure. A prodigious leap carries him into the newcomer before he is seen. Looks as if I'm glad-handing everybody. Now all I have to do is find Butor's private apartment. Hidden in the shadows, the Atom overhears a conversation.
Butor has called for his favorite fruit.
Pass then.
Come to Papa, baby.
Oof.
Where is Butor's room?
Down the hall, second door.
Come in. Set it down on the table.
Yes, sir.
That voice! You aren't Fodor.
Good guess. I'm two other guys. Your favorite fruits, sir. Out like a light, huh? Here's the formula for the chemical poisons and their antidote. With this, the rest of the Martians need never fear Butor anymore. But just to be on the safe side, I'll take you with me. After dark, the mighty might carries Butor to his mount. The drumming of hooves across the red plains of Mars heralds his escape. Later, the treaty with sufficient hostages from Butor's family will ensure eternal peace. As a reward, I give the Atom in Kedograph and the secret of making air from water.
If it hadn't been for that Earthman.
Which reminds me, I better be setting out for Earth. I'm worried about the rest of my friends. With fuel hastily assembled by the foremost scientists on Mars, the Atom is once more on his space, way back to Earth. Back to Earth. Oh me, now I won't be able to jump over trees anymore. Pluto, farthest of all the planets, is 4 billion miles from the Sun. So distant is it that the Sun looks like a mere star, cold with the chill of outer space. It is covered with a blanket of ice miles deep. Pluto was discovered as recently as 1930, only 12 years ago, so that makes it 1942 this was made. It hangs in space, warmed by no sun, faced always with the bleak desolation of the void. The Spectre, as much at home in space as Pluto itself, drops with terrifying speed toward the dark planet. Hitting the frozen ice of Pluto, which is harder than tempered steel, the rocket splits apart.
Well, what am I doing up here on the planet Pluto? Or at least it looks like Pluto. I remember now. That vacuum.
The Spectre's supernatural powers leave him unaffected by the cold or ice.
In all my years of traveling the planets, I've never really examined Pluto.
Growing to tremendous proportions, he stalks forward, each stride covering a mile.
I'll take a little stroll for myself and look the place over. What's this? Looks like a man-made cover for a shaft going into the ground.
The Spectre resumes his normal size.
Might as well investigate before I go back to Earth. There may be a foreign form of life here.
He emerges to find a thriving metropolis.
That shaft was over 5 miles deep. And, well, this is quite a city.
Agadin!
You don't look any too friendly, but I'm going to find out where this civilization came from.
The Spectre straddles the autoplane.
First of all, I have got to speak your language, and that's a problem.
Nor Galatogo.
I begin to grasp a few of his words. An archaic form of Andromedan planet language.
Andromeda. You know Andromeda?
I have visited Andromeda's 16 planets. I understand one was torn away ages ago by our sun. Was that Pluto?
Yes, it was. There is the pictured history of Pluto. 1,000,000 years ago, the sun passed near us, drew us from our orbit, and attached us to its own planets.
It left you out in the cold, all right.
We of Pluto struggled to build an inner world where we could manufacture air and heat and light. It took us years, and nearly all our race died, but eventually we succeeded.
You bring a strange creature, Fana.
He is the Spectre from the planet Earth.
I never knew Pluto was inhabited.
We would be even further advanced were it not for the third ones who dwell in these square buildings. They prey on us, who have grown weak with the underground living.
Why not make a friendly treaty with them? Let them enjoy your scientific discoveries, while you enjoy theirs.
They are fierce and warlike. They would slaughter us all if they could. Wait!
High above the city shrills the alarms that sound the invasion signal.
Wee-oo, wee-oo. They come! They have breached our shafts to the surface. They will pour in and slaughter us.
Maybe I can be of some help here. Somebody's going to get a big surprise shortly.
Through the breached shaft drops the balloons of the furred men.
This will be the end of the thin ones. We will slay all of them. Kill, kill! Now we will have the use of the city. Help!
Visiting Jade Day, gentlemen?
What's that? He is no thin one. That fellow.
Have a glass of punch, fella. Let's play Axe Me Another.
As the Spectre holds off the onslaught, the elders in the council room hear grave news.
The surface dome was broken when the third ones entered. They broke it with the cars that hang from their balloons. That means we will all die. The weather control shows our atmosphere is pouring out into space.
That's well, anyway, but I guess that's an elderly guy too.
If we lose our heat and air, everything inside will turn to ice. The fools! They want to conquer us and have our city, but they have only destroyed it forever.
The Dark Knight fights on, unaware of the danger to his friends.
I don't need weapons. A couple of good fists suit me fine. Ugh! And my fists seem to suit you fine as well.
My throat!
Now what? Looks as though they can't get enough air.
The glass-domed shaft, broken by third ones, taking all our air and heat onto the surface.
Got to do something about that. There may be one chance to patch that hole, temporarily.
Growing to gigantic proportions so he can patch the ruined shaft dome, the Dark Knight uses a water flask from his rocket ship.
If I can hold the water over that hole for a few seconds, the intense cold will freeze it as hard as steel. I can feel it getting solid. Ugh! I think I've done it. So cold is space that the water will be as firm as any metal known.
As the furred men recover, they find themselves bound hand and foot.
Well, what do we do with them?
Send them as hostages throughout the city. We may teach them friendship.
I can go back and forth in space. I'll return every now and then. Unless you become friends with these people who can help you, you'll regret it.
We will be friends. We almost ruined ourselves as well as you by rashly entering the shaft. We will work together after this. Good.
As the Spectre leaves, he is given the secret of making heat used for travel on the outer surface.
We will always think of you with affection, my son.
Thanks. I shall return and visit you later. Right now, I have to find out what happened to the rest of the Justice Battalion.
With the speed of light, the Spectre shoots across the voids of space, back to Earth.
It won't be long now.
Smallest of the planets, Mercury is all so the one nearest the sun, incredibly hot. Its surface temperature is enough to melt lead or tin, being 621 degrees Fahrenheit. That's really hot. Mercury's year lasts only for less than 3 of our months. A man 100 years old on Mercury would be only 24 years old on Earth. Speeding towards this hot box of the solar system comes the irrepressible Johnny Thunder, like a potato going into an oven.
Whoa, this is worse than an August day in St. Louis. It's terrific. I can hardly breathe. Where am I, anyhow? And that light. Say, you'd think I was on a stage. Say you. That's an idea. I want to cool off.
Having mentioned those Bandesian hex words, say you to you, Johnny has command over his Thunderbolt for 1 hour.
You know where you're going, Johnny. To the planet Mercury. It's over 600 degrees hot there, and there ain't no shade. What? That's right. Some Nazis captured the whole bunch of you and rocketed you here. Now you're going to be given a royal hotfoot. You're kidding me. I don't believe... Ow! Ha ha! I told you it was hot there. Ouch! Ooh! That rocket is warm. What'll happen to poor me on Mercury? I'll run ahead and find out. It isn't as hot here as it should be. I imagine the steam clouds and the sunlight makes it all cool. You can live here for a little while. It isn't so bad. It's bad enough. I'm going to explore this place. I'll claim it for the USA. You stay here. Okay, but I have a hunch you'll be needing me. Yeah, that's what you think. I can take care of myself in any emergency. Oops, queer place to plant a tree. I'll walk around it.
Oh yeah? This isn't any tree, Johnny.
Hey! A snake's got me! Let go of me! Let go, I tell you! Oh my goodness. Oh dear me. What a queer creature.
What a quick...
I don't know what kind of voice.
What a queer creature. Netha must see this. This is treason. Let me go. I want to be alone. I'll have to put the bite on this thing. Now you'll behave. What nice little birdies they have here. Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Into an underground maze goes the mighty insect, carrying the helpless Johnny.
Natha, Natha, look what I have found. He's not very strong looking. Bring a cage to place him in. We will exhibit him. He put up a big fight, but I captured him. Meow! What fell on me? What's this? Listen, it makes noises. Looks like I got ants or something. I'm just a freak to them. Perhaps with an accelerator, we can understand him. He makes gestures too. Such strange things you see these days.
An accelerator, operating by the waves thrown off by the antenna of the bugs, transfers brain waves. You say you come from another planet. What is a planet? A planet is like a star, see? But it isn't a star. Beware, beware! The hungry one approaches. Uh-oh, sounds like trouble. The hungry one, a gigantic anteater.
Yow! Say, you Thunderbolt! Get me out of here, but fast!
Well, come on, Slowpoke. Woo! I can feel the breeze of that baby's foot. Don't be scared, you're all right. Who's scared? I'm doing a new dance, the Shake Away. I feel sorry for the poor bugs. That anteater will gobble them all up. I suppose it's up to me. All right, I'll see what I can do. I'm straight, big boy. Don't you know when you're not wanted?
Oh!
Meanwhile, Johnny makes a discovery.
Say, that's an idea. A whole lot of quicksand around that island. No anteater could reach that. This fellow that you captured is the boss. Thank him. I got good news for you. Saving us from that hungry one was plenty good news. Make your entrance there, on the island, then the hungry one can't get to you without bogging down in the quicksand.
With the Thunderbolt to help them, the bugs are soon transferring their belongings.
I've heard of flying bees, but I've never heard of flying bugs. Another hungry one. Look. Well, here's where we test my theory. He's starting to come out.
But the anteater feels the suction of the dragging quicksand and bogs down.
He's going down! It's working! You've saved our civilization, Johnny Thunder. How can we thank you? Oh, it wasn't all my doing. If it wasn't for the Thunderbolt.
The bugs reward Johnny with one of the accelerators.
Well, golly, thanks a lot. The army can use this thing to get information from spies. Speech. And since I must spend the rest of my life with you, I'll have to start studying your entire history and civilization. I'll try to help you. Hey, are you kidding? You can go back to Earth any time you want. I can, but there wasn't enough fuel to get me back. I looked. Get in that thing and shut up. I'll take you back to Earth. No sense in inflicting your presence on Mercury forever. Gosh, I forgot about you, Thunderbolt, old kid.
Back to Earth, Thunderbolt powered, goes Johnny Thunder on his rocket.
Whoa, it's still hot in this thing. Hey, let's have some more rain, will ya?
Venus, planet of mystery, is forever veiled beneath shimmering, iridescent mists. Because of its brightness and loveliness in the dark reaches of interstellar space, this shining world is called Venus, the Latin name for Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty. Since Venus is 36 million miles nearer the sun than our own planet, Earth, its climate is warmer, and its verdure more tropical. I've never seen that word. The goddess Aphrodite herself directs the rocket which carries Wonder Woman, still unconscious, through uncharted skyways and bewildering space jungles filled with meteors, comets, and planetoids. As Wonder Woman's hurtling carrier penetrates the golden atmosphere of Venus, winged women soar upward like beautiful fireflies to meet their strange visitor from Earth. The Venus women find a door in the rocket and open it.
Oh, look, there's a pretty girl inside. Let's get her out before this flying cylinder lands. The shock would kill her.
The winged Venus girls wrap Wonder Woman in a net of gold metal and fly her away with her.
We'll take her to the Queen. Yes, she may be dangerous, like those terrible meteor men.
Wonder Woman is brought before Desira, Queen of Venus. To the Earth Girl, the Venetian language seems exactly like her own, for that is the gift of tongues bestowed upon every visitor to Venus.
Who are you, and where do you come from? I'm an Earth Girl. They call me Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, the oracle of Aphrodite, whom we worship, foretold your coming. Gods, free this girl. We need her desperately. I'll bet you're having man trouble. No, our men love us dearly. They obey us, because if they did not, we would fly away from them, and they have no wings to follow. That's a wonderful way to keep men in their place. But how can I help you? The meteor, Kamasola, crashed into Venus. Giant warriors are killing and capturing our men. We've had peace here for 1,000,000 years, and we possess no fighting weapons. Aren't you women in danger also?
Suddenly, huge warriors spring from their hiding places.
We women are safe because we have wings.
So, let me see you fly away from this sword. You will bind each other's wings tight, or we will cut them off.
Do not despair. I have a plan.
Solaris, leader of the Meteor Men, questions Wonder Woman.
You are not like these other women. You have no wings. Did you lose them in war?
No, I'm an Earth girl. At home I fly in a machine.
Earth girl, bah! Don't lie to me. Who could make a machine that flies? Smack!
Oh, I would not dare lie to you. You're so big and strong.
After he smacks her, he says that, but Solaris walks beside Wonder Woman as the captive Venus girls are led away.
I am the strongest man in the universe. I can beat anybody in any world.
Pardon me if I doubt that.
Stung by Wonder Woman's jibe, Solaris addresses the Meteor Men.
Comrades of Kamasola, our fighting power has been challenged by a captive girl. Let us show these women our strength. Yeah, we'll show them.
Solaris offers the prisoners an opportunity to fight.
We will remove your bonds and fight you man to man. If you win, you get your freedom. If you lose, death.
I challenge you, Meteor Man, to combat for this girl.
Ho ho! Fight then, you fragile violet!
With a clever hold of like jujitsu, the Venus Man hurls his opponent high in the air. Up you go!
Ugh.
But the giant Meteor Man, twisting himself in midair, lands on his agile enemy like a mountain on a stag. He kind of looks like he's from like the 1970s, kind of like, it's kind of like a hairstyle. Looks like a Luke Skywalker or something like that. That's what that reminds me of.
Now I crush you, pretty man!
Desira, Queen of Venus, pleads with Solaris to stop the tournament.
My women and I will surrender our country to you. Only do not hurt our men.
Ho! Your men are weaklings. We will kill them all. I will fight any 5 of you for your queen.
I'll fight you alone, Mr. Boaster. I don't need any help.
Ha 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 ha! You, a woman, will fight me? Very well. If you win, I will free all the prisoners gladly. But if you lose, I shall kill you as I would a man.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Remove this captive's chains.
Don't bother. I'll take them off myself.
This woman uses magic.
Wonder Woman gives Solaris first choice of wrestling holds, but Solaris drives a huge fist at her unprotected body.
You can take first grip. My mistake. So that's the way you want to fight, eh? This is the way Earth wrestlers keep 'em flying. When a man gets fresh with an Earth girl, this is the way she throws 'em over. And now I'll show you how Amazon girls bind their opponents. What's this? The magic lasso's gone. Someone stole it while I was wrestling.
Wonder Woman, seeking her lasso, releases Solaris. He points a spear at Queen Desira's throat.
Surrender, Earth Fiend, or I will kill the Queen.
I beat you in a fair fight. You promised to free us.
What is a fair fight? Tie your arms with your own rope of metal links.
Oh no! Bind me with anything else.
Aha! She knows she can't break She cannot break this rope.
While Wonder Woman, under guard, awaits Solaris's pleasure, the other prisoners are confined in a stout stockade.
This magic lasso cannot be broken, but if I can get inside the stockade, the Venus girls will untie me.
Again, acting swiftly, Wonder Woman knocks out her guard.
This situation calls for a little footwork. This part is easy, but I've got to work fast.
Queen Desira and Wonder Woman free one another.
Guards will come any minute. I'll stay here and defend the captives. You fly with this magic lasso and capture Solaris. Your plan is good.
The Meteor Men's weapons clash harmlessly against Wonder Woman's bracelets.
This is child's play compared to stopping bullets.
Tearing the heavy log door from its hinges, Wonder Woman sweeps back an army of giant attackers.
Stand back, boys, and don't crowd.
The Queen, meanwhile, lassos Solaris.
By the flames of friction! What witching is this?
Desira delivers her prize to Wonder Woman, who stands on the stockade wall.
Good work, Your Majesty. Now I'll show you the power of my magic lasso. Solaris, while bound with this lasso, you must obey me. Order your men to throw down their arms and surrender.
Something compels me to submit to Wonder Woman. Men, do as she commands. We obey.
Venus's men carry Wonder Woman triumphantly through the streets and the cheers of happy crowds, while winged women scatter golden flowers in her path.
Wonder Woman, Aphrodite, bless the Earth Girl. She saved Venus, Wonder Woman.
The Queen shows Wonder Woman how Venus girls tame their prisoners.
Aphrodite has taught us how to make men loving and peaceful. Already these meteor men are eating out of our hands. They seem to love it. If only we could make Earthmen peaceful. You can. I will direct your efforts. I give you now the gift of magnetic hearing. My lips magnetize your earrings, and always you can hear my voice. Adieu, Wonder Woman. May you reach Earth safely and visit Venus again soon. Goodbye, and thanks for your wonderful gift.
Back through space whirls Wonder Woman. What will she find? Have all the Justice Battalion members returned safely?
Hey, fellers, wait till you hear where I've been.
I've been to the planet Saturn. Beat that. I'm used to traveling in space, but that's the first time I ever went to Pluto.
Doggone. I thought I was going to be a hero even to you fellers, but now...
I think we all went traveling, Johnny.
Huck, man, I've been to Mars. And I was on Neptune. Can you imagine?
Just as I thought. Someone who didn't want us around sent us flying into space in those rockets.
Then it wasn't just me who had some adventures.
You should have been on Uranus. Ooh, what a place.
Jupiter wasn't exactly a bed of roses.
Unless my hunch is all wrong, there ought to be a couple of spies somewhere around here. So that's it.
They were scared of us, that's what.
An FBI agent informs the Justice Battalion that the men who fire the rockets were traced to an old house on the outskirts of Washington. We saw the flares of the rockets, but didn't know what they were. We kept our eyes on the man who fired them.
We'll put more than our eyes on them.
Fire your fists at will, boys.
Shoot when you see their eyes are black. I don't know what that means.
Now that the delay in the radio transmitter is fixed, we'll get the message to the Fuhrer. Hey, look! I don't believe it. It's them guys again.
It's us, all right. Bringing you regards from the solar system.
I'm getting out of here. I still don't believe it.
You will tomorrow when you ache all over.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed anything more in my life. After the spies have been subdued.
Washington calling Berlin. Calling Berlin. Say, Adolf, thanks for the buggy ride. And it might interest you to know that we each brought back a scientific secret that will help humanity on our side of the fence. Thanks for everything, kiddo. We'll be seeing you.
An hour later, back at the battalion headquarters.
Wonder Woman, the members of the Justice Battalion feel that, even though you're now an honorary member, we'd like you to act as our secretary.
Why, that's quite an honor.
Well, yeah, originally Wonder Woman was like the secretary. So that's kind of that's a weird stereotype. Yeah, I don't know, but anyway. And thus, for the first time, an honorary member remains on active duty with the Justice Society of America. Well, she's an honorary member, but it says she's the secretary. Anyway, I don't know, but for she's a jolly good fellow, jolly good fellow.
I don't think I was so thrilled in my life.
And in Berlin.
Ach, those Justice Society fellows. Always they come back stronger than before. Maybe it could be that really is something to justice after all. Ach, I'm all mixed up.
And that's the end of the story. So, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.